like this as it is here, void, and you put a semicolon. That's what you write a prototype on top before int main. So our first, I'm just gonna copy them. The first one we have is what? It does not matter about the sequence, like it have to have to be the first one, which one must be the first one. Then we're gonna have this one, you put a semicolon, and the second one we're gonna have int calcu, you put the semicolon also after copy, put the semicolon. You can do that, but I don't prefer using this method personally. It's just that because I'm teaching you, I have to teach you so that you know all the possible ways. So now when you build it, you will see that it's gonna be fine. Then it's gonna ask you enter two numbers. I can enter 10, I can enter 20. Then it's gonna tell you 10 plus 20 is 30. So that's how you work with functions. So far I just show you about functions as a recap. So now I'm going to go to write functions, to write an array as an argument, and yeah. So instead of writing that way that I showed you, you can just start with a function and int main. Then you won't need to write we won't need to write a prototype. So now you can have a function called void. Let's say void get data, the way we're saying. So in this void get data, you want to write an array. You want to know that there will be many numbers that you're going to be using. So in your void get data, you have an array. You declare an array called int results, and then you put a bracket like that. Let's assume that this array is just to get the results of the students. Then you're gonna say see out maybe enter the results of your students. So let's assume that in the same question we know that there is only 5 students in your what? In your class. You can have constant int constant, maybe size, we're just gonna use s. So now we're gonna say if we have int constant s, which we know that is equals to 5, then we can say we can use a for loop as I showed you yesterday. We say for int I equals to 0 into I is less than s into I plus plus. Then what do we want? Then now we're gonna be wanting to input those results. Then which means we're gonna put results then here now is going to output ask a user to enter those results. So after that, let's say we have a program again whereby you want to add all those results and find the average of those students to see their performance. You can have int, or let's say float, because it might give us double, float calcu. Then when you have this float calcu, you are going to do what you are going to uh, you are going to do what you are going to add those results in the code that they use, but we're going to be using the same array, so which means you can also reference an array. Then we just use int results again as it is, comma. It means also I can also reference this, you see. So that's the beauty of. So this function here is going to calculate, is going to add, is going to do what? Is going to add all those results. I can say for then we know that the results we can say plus equals to then maybe for example we can just put this here, we say int j, you can just say int j equals to 0, so that because I don't want to make a mistake, then I can say my j I can say plus equals to results, then I want this function also to return j divide by s. Then I will go to my int main function. In my int main function, because I have an array, I have to declare an array also. I can still say int results because I have already referenced it. Then I can also say int constant, maybe a double s is still fine because we have referenced them. Then I can call my function for void function. The first one is void get data. My void get data, it have my array which is results, and then also I can put the s there. Then I can call calcu, remember it's returning. Then when it's returning, the problem that I made in calcu, there is no problem at all because it's not going to ask. We can say cout calcu. In cout calcu there is many things. There is s, there is results, and there is s also, and let me check again, there is also j. So I don't want to complicate my program. I'm gonna declare j inside as a local variable because I don't want to write it there. Return 0.